Once he was eating with them, he commanded them, "Do not leave Jerusalem until the Father sends you the gift he promised." As I told you before, John baptized with water, but in just a few days, you will be baptized with the Holy Spirit. So when the apostles were with Jesus, they kept asking him, "Lord, has the time come for you to free Israel and restore our kingdom?" He replied, "The Father alone has the authority to set those dates and times, and they are not for you to know. But you will receive power when the Holy Spirit comes upon you, and you will be my witnesses, telling people about me everywhere, in Jerusalem, throughout Judea, in Samaria, and to the ends of the earth." After this, he was taken up into a cloud while they were watching, and they could no longer see him. As they strained to see him rising into heaven, two white-robed men suddenly stood among them. "Men of Galilee," they said, "why are you standing here staring into heaven? Jesus has been taken from you into heaven, but someday he will return from heaven in the same way you saw him go." Then the apostles returned to Jerusalem from the Mount of Olives, a distance of half a mile. When they arrived, they went into the upstairs room of the house where they were staying. Let me set the stage. Jesus has resurrected from the dead and appeared multiple times to the disciples. This would be the last time Jesus would appear to them and his final commands to them. Did you see the last thing Jesus told them to do? Don't leave Jerusalem. Really? That could mean life or death. Each of the disciples thought they would be killed next. But Jesus had a new normal for them. Locked inside their upper room, fearing death, they had about 10 days to wait. And wait. And wait. They had no idea what Jesus meant by this gift the Father had promised. And they certainly had no clue what Jesus meant by, "You will be my witnesses, telling people about me everywhere, in Jerusalem, throughout Judea, in Samaria, and to the ends of the earth." Here's where I believe God has each one of us. Not just because it's currently Pentecost, but I also don't believe in coincidences. Have you been locked away fearing for your life lately? Well, let me assure you, things will be very different from now on. New normal isn't just a hashtag on social media. It's for real, and the question is, what will your new normal look like? Yes, I believe we have control over our destiny. I believe God has always planned our lives to be full, rich, and abundantly full of joy. I believe everything we need will be found in Him. And I believe we are His witnesses, telling people about Him all over the earth. 10 days the disciples were locked away in fear. Then Pentecost arrived, and everything changed. Their new normal was never the same again. So what are you doing with your 10 days? What will your new normal look like? The Italian government is slowly lifting stay-at-home restrictions, and churches have been allowed to reopen, however, with many restrictions. We had a setup party the day before our first church service with clearly marked seating, entrance and exit, as well as hand sanitizing stations. I have the privilege to be part of the audio-video team. At the first service, I run the audio system, and the second service, I operate the video projection. No hymn books nor Bibles are allowed, so everything needs to be projected so people can follow along. Thank you for your prayers for the church in Rome. Please pray for our new normal. Everyone will be affected by this global crisis for a long time. Please pray for businesses that have been affected by this crisis. Please pray God would provide supernaturally for families in extreme difficulty. Please pray for the family and loved ones of George Floyd, as well as the social unrest that has ensued. Please pray God would continue to provide for the needs of Mission Roma. If you have been considering supporting Mission Roma, donations can be made online at missionroma.com. Your gift will be joyfully received in this difficult time. God bless you.